Charging your headphones with natural light, the Urbanista Los Angeles, coming up next on Tech Buzz Ireland. Hello, and it's Jim from Tech Buzz, and we're back with a review of the Urbanista Los Angeles, which are the self-powered earphones or headphones, should I say. And very interesting, but my review will be probably different than others on the basis on how I've used them. So that's again my unique aspect looked at the product. So as you can see, you would have seen the unboxing before. They're real plain, straight to the point set of headphones, a bit like the Miami, but in the red colour that we have, which are excellent pair of headphones. And the thing is with these is the charging element, which is really quite cool. Now, with me, beside my locker, I have a stand that these will sit on. You would have seen it in one of my reviews. It's a Banks stand, it's called, and I have my headphones sitting on them like that. The ones I currently use. And also beside my locker, on my locker, sorry, is a lamp. And above the locker is a window. So, I've used these for about 4 hours a day. And have just sat them back on the headphone stand. And I haven't had to touch them. I haven't had to put a word to them whatsoever, which I think is really cool. You know, and it's the way forward, particularly with the likes of this. If you put it and implement it like this, and most people have light coming into their house, they have a lamp in their bedroom, and it works off that, and that's how it works. But there's different values of, there's different conditions. So, they're based on lux values, and you've 30,000 lux, and for indoors you've got 1,000 lux. So outdoors is obviously a lot better, more natural brightness than indoors. But for me, and I've charged, when first I got these, I put them up to 100%, and they're down I think around 67 now, and that's after over a week's testing, and not having to put a cable near them, which is really cool. And you know, besides the sound features of the headset, it's technology that they put into here, which is powerful, and it works. I was kind of a bit dubious about it to see how it would actually work, but it has worked, which is great. So let's talk about the sound. They sound really good. You know, all Urbanistas that we've tested here are excellent, particularly with their headphones, and they have a nice level of bass. They're nice and loud and well balanced across the board. Now they do have an app which I'm going to give out about in a minute, but you have basically, it's really good sound out of the box, and you can get good bass. That's just what people like bass, but the problem is you've no adjustable bass or no EQ. Even though Urbanista brought an app out, there's no EQ. Why? But still love them, still love the products, but they're all great and they sound good and all that, and that's the main important thing to think about here. So next up is your controls. So I'm going to bring over the app, and first of all I'm going to show you the app, right? And here we go. So you see now I'm down at 65% there, and you've got your ambient sound default. You can actually hear that. There, so that changes the ambient sound default in ANC. Up here then you've got your feature button settings, which is this big button here on the left, so you can set that to wherever way you want. You've got on ear detection as well, and up here is the status of the charge, as you can see. So this is going to change as time goes along, and that's basically it, and that's all there is in the app. So you've got contact support manuals and FAQ, but there's no EQ settings in here. Why? I just don't get it. Hopefully they'll update that, because they can really change things here and up the game if they do have got more of a choice of EQ settings there. And you can see that's actually waning there when I put it up to the sun. Right, so I'm going to take it away from the sun. See what I mean? Just going to go back onto that. So when I put this up to the window, you can see it going up. When I take them away from the window, you can see it going down. So that's how it works, and you'll see that's basically how it works, and you can see my battery levels at 65%. and that's really it. But the thing is, as I said, I haven't had to pull a cable near since I got them. So this shows you how this technology works. So I have a window right beside me here at the office table, and that's it there. That's interesting to see. So if we go on to the music, the controls are pretty basic and simple. So you got play and pause in the middle there, as you can see. Play, pause. You can skip your track and change the volume. Just going to press play there again. So there you go. You can see that we're moving there. And of course you can change your volume as well, like so. Just doing that, up and down, which is simple. And then you've got your multifunction button here for your assistant, whichever suits you. You can turn on your assistant or turn it off. It's up to yourself, which is fine. And that's the bigger button there on the left hand side. And these are just your normal, there's your choices there that we have on the phone. You have Bixby, Alexa. If your iPhone is obviously Siri. But apart from that, they sound really good, I have to say. And again, they're comfortable. But I did find them a bit too much of a clamp at the start on the head, but they kind of have loosened up, which is fine. Again, they're kind of a similar design to the Urbanista in Miami, which you would have seen in the unboxing. They're pretty much very similar looking to these, and that's really about it. You won't be. The thing is with these, around the ears, they're the over ears, they do block out a lot of the external noise, and they've got the ANC function on the app as well, and that's basically how it's going to work. So that's it for the Urbanista Los Angeles. Really great pair of headphones, really good sound off these. You can't really complain. And you've got your USB-C charging as well, which is cool. So that's up to date. And you've got a 50-hour battery reserve should you need it. And that's really about it. So the thing is, the takeaway here, they sound good. And I love this new technology with the charging by light, which is really excellent with powerful, and it's quite good and effective. And it works. That's the thing to get across to people here. That does actually work. And as I said before, I haven't had to put a cable near this after I fully charged in my home. And then again, like, it depends where you are, if you've got a light source beside you or even a lamp. That's just how it's going to work, and that's really cool. And hopefully we'll see it implemented across more headphones coming up and being used more in technology. And again, that's going to be good for the environment, I suppose, too. No need for plugs and cables, but that's it at the moment. So that's it. Any more questions that you feel you need, might be I have missed on or need answered, give us a shout below, and we'll gladly answer them. So comfortable, good sound, good quality, nice and loud, good bass. But the app is lacking in the EQ settings, which could hopefully will be updated soon. And that's about it for now. I'm going to talk to you next video. Thanks for watching.